So I'm here to play a show with Unity the band, February 11th, 2022, and it's snowing. Normally we play outside here. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I got my Hawaiian shirt on, and I hate my hair. I just took a shower and it just, like, it decided I'm gonna look dumb. But whatever. I guess we're playing inside tonight, which means that it's probably easier if I move my car to a different spot to load in. This is our stage. I guess they're running late. I got my stuff set up.
Everybody, even Mick Jagger was singing reggae before he was singing rock and roll. So that's an influence that is part of country music. And rock. Do something.
That was a gig. Oh man. All right. So this is pretty typical. After a gig that I stop at the Midwest's favorite gas station, the Quick Trip. Although I recently took a trip through the South and the rest of the country, and I learned that there's a gas station called Quick Trip that has a Q. But our Quick Trip here, we have a bunch of Quick Trips that it starts with a K instead of a Q. And our Quick Trip is like our favorite thing as Wisconsinites. So I'm here at the Quick Trip in Wisconsin after the gig in February, and oh my gosh, it is cold outside. So overall, I would say it was a pretty good gig. Nothing really weird happened. It was pretty straightforward. We just played like a little over 3 hours. It was almost 3.5 hours straight. Reggae music, man. We do a lot of covers of pop tunes, as you just saw. We also do a lot of like just a reggae groove for a long time. A lot of solos over it. Oh, and one other thing. I just got home. It's like 12:33. It's past midnight. My car's clock isn't correct, so I have to do math every time I look at it. I just got home originally because we're gonna do a show tomorrow, and this show is like an hour and 45 minutes away from home. And originally I thought I was told that my call time was 8. So I figured I have to leave my house at like 6. So I'm only gonna get a couple hours sleep tonight. But now it looks like I don't have to be there until 11. So I don't have to leave until 9. So I could probably get a pretty decent night's sleep tonight still. So that's good news. But sometimes, boys and girls, when you're touring and out there on the road doing gigs, you just take sleep when you can get it. There's our stage. So we finished sound check. Still setting up lights. Apparently we're shooting a video before the show. Interesting. Still sound checking one of the band. A lot of people left, and I get to just hang out here for a long time. But lunch will come soon. So, and I got sound checked, but it's like 1:45 and we play at 8, I think, something like a long time from now. I think we're playing soon. I'm not sure if we're up now or if there's another band. Okay, so it's like 2:04 in the morning. We're finally packed up enough. I got my stuff packed up enough that I can leave. It's 2:04. I got here at, what was that? Like 10:30 this morning to load in and start sound check. Now, as is tradition, also because my car sucks gas, I get cheap gas and that doesn't help, but I'm on half a tank, and in Wisconsin in the wintertime you never go anywhere on less than a half a tank of gas. So because if you go off the road you need the heater to work. So I'm gonna fill up on some gas. I'm gonna get myself a caffeinated beverage. So happy 2 in the morning. I can't wait to get home in like an hour and a half. All right. Oh, it's feasting time. I got my gas. I got my coffee thing. I had a water bottle that I was drinking out of and I left it in the car. It's Wisconsin. It was like frozen, but it's not totally frozen, so it'll warm up with the car. It'll be nice and cold. Kind of perfect, actually. And luckily, I kept my other water bottles in a cooler, and even though the car got cold enough to freeze the water bottle, it just kind of regulates the temperature enough that it stayed cold but not frozen. But I got my coffee thing, I got a sandwich, I got some fruit and yogurt, so it's not a completely awful, unhealthy meal full of garbage, but I was like, just grab something at this point in the night. I gotta shove some food in my face. So that's how that goes. Let me tell you about the gig. We had so much equipment to set up and tear down Oh my goodness. And it's heavy. You know, I used to think that pursuing the arts would be a way to avoid doing a lot of manual labor for a living. One of the things you learn right away when you start gigging is that's a bad plan. Somebody made the remark, every time we pack up a show like this, it's like moving out of a house. It's not too far off. So it's like, imagine you had to help your friend move every time you do a show. Every time you come to work. That's what it's like to be a musician. But also, you have to be really kick-ass at music on top of that. People don't realize how much work this industry is. How difficult it is to make it to the top. It's not enough to have a work ethic. It's not enough to be really good, like a phenomenon. You have to have like a perfect storm of all of the things if you want to be like, you know, a star, whatever that means. I don't know what the temperature is out here, but I think it's cold degrees Fahrenheit. It's somewhere around there. It feels like it's maybe in the teens. That's kind of what it feels like. Low 20s, high teens. There's not much wind. So considering how cold it is without that much wind, I'd say low 20s. Maybe it's colder than that. I don't know. It feels pretty cold. I don't think it's below 0. It's not that cold, but it's cold. It wouldn't surprise me if it was below 10 degrees. Even for this band, this was a big production. I had to be there all day for some reason. There were other people that were really working so hard all day that they didn't have time to eat. That wasn't me. I ate. I don't get paid enough to put up with that kind of nonsense. The important thing to just keep reminding yourself is not just to keep asking, how can this person be useful to me, but how can I be useful to this person? As long as you keep that at the center of your heart, you'll be successful in just about anything, I think. What do I know? I'm sitting in my car at 2:30 in the morning eating, what kind of sandwich is this? A sandwich, the contents of which I am unaware, because these are the choices I have made, and this is my life. It's only an hour and 45-minute drive home. Well, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm sure I'm going to cut this up and edit it. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to do anything with it. But I'm going to try. And hopefully, this is just the first gig vlog of many. I don't know if this is encouraging or what the point of this is, but I thought you might want to watch it. And I guess I'm just bored enough to make it, so. Oh. Alright. See you later.